In the beginning, there was nothing. Then, a flash of light. Fast forward to the year 1963. Anime is invented, with a robot boy mascot named Astro Boy. 33 years prior, hamsters were also invented. Fast forward to the year 2000, and the two ideas were merged into one. A cultural icon was born. This is the story of a lovable and underappreciated hamster named Hamtaro. Not to be confused with another hamster anime that came out in 1999. This series was more adult-themed and an anime completely separate from that of today's topic. But before Hamtaro became a Japanese anime phenomenon, he was just a character in a children's book series, the first Hamtaro book being published in 1997, and continuing on until the year 2000. The stories followed a curious hamster named Hamtaro and his tiny friends, the Ham-Hams, on small adventures that mirrored everyday life. Animated by TMS Entertainment, the same studio behind Lupin III and Detective Conan. Hamtaro, the 2000s anime, began and quickly became a massive success. Each episode was a slice-of-life adventure filled with friendship, teamwork, and cute humor, a winning formula for Japanese audiences. By 2002, the show had over 200 episodes, 2 feature films, and a lineup of video games on the Game Boy systems. My time is not yet nigh. Hamtaro would find his anime brought stateside with a little segment called Toonami on Cartoon Network, which was the style of the time. While a massive success in Japan with its cute and friendly aesthetic. In America, though, Hamtaro was a much tougher sell. The competition was fierce. Children at the time were obsessed and focused with battles, cards, and monsters. Not so much polite slice-of-life hamsters. And to be fair, the cards were always stacked against Hamtaro in that regard. The Toonami lineup just didn't fit what the show was going for. It sadly never found a true audience, ultimately due to the channel and time slot it was given. And by 2004, the series had quietly vanished from American television. Hamtaro saw the release of 8 video games, with the king of them all, and my personal favorite, a little niche gem called Ham Ham Heartbreak. This game was truly something special, and changed my entire perception of puzzle adventure games at the time, because of how faithful it felt to the show, and just being able to play and see the other characters while solving issues and going on adventures that truly felt like something from the show itself. Up until that point in my life, this felt like the most faithful video game adaptation of a TV show that I had ever seen. The story in question is of course not relatively deep. You run around and solve problems that an evil hamster named Spat has caused. The character of Spat is not seen in the dubbed episodes of the anime to my knowledge, but he does make appearances later in the anime as an antagonist to the lovable Ham-Hams. This game holds a special place in my heart to this day, and I have tremendous nostalgia for it. As you can tell, the game was way ahead of its time and totally still holds up today. Partially kidding. This game is so sick. Hamtaro would also go on to helm 4 movies in Japan, sadly none of which were ever dubbed or brought outside of Japan. The movies would go on from 2001 to 2004, each movie seeing a theatrical release in Japan. The final episode of Hamtaro aired in Japan on March 31st, 2006. With a somewhat sequel series that consisted of short videos carrying on in Japan from 2006 to 2008 that I could find very little on. Since then, there's been no word on an official reboot or future involvement with the series, though the future of the series is uncertain, and the show is likely to remain buried by the sands of time. It undoubtedly remains a staple and highly regarded show of its time, with many fans looking back fondly on the series today. It's sad to see a series with such potential not be realized or highly regarded in America, when part of it feels like the wrong place but the right time. while at the same time it's refreshing to know that the series did receive high praise and went on to be a huge success in Japan. There's an undeniable charm and wholesomeness to it. I think it still holds up today, especially for younger audiences. He may have been small, but his heart and his legacy were huge.